Hey y'all,
We're back.
we're back. We're Black and White Randomz podcast. I'm T, aka Scott. This is
Trish.
all right, y'all. A lot of y'all watch our content, but are not subscribed
Yep.
or not following, depending on the platform.
Yep.
If you're on YouTube, please subscribe, like,
Yep.
comment,
Yep.
share
Send it
with
to
your
your
friends. Spotify, Amazon Music. Hey,
Yeah, you
follow
can
us,
follow us. Yeah.
please.
You
Please,
can
we
also
appreciate
comment. You can definitely comment on Spotify. I don't know about Amazon Music, but you can comment
Probably
on
not
Spotify.
Amazon Music now. And on YouTube, comment,
Yeah.
please. Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
Yeah. Leave us
Um,
suggestions about things you might want us to talk about.
Hey, cross them platforms for us.
Yeah.
But on YouTube, because we didn't specify, we are Black and White Reacts, and that is
REACZ.
spell it again for them.
REACZ.
Hey, there you go.
There you go.
All right. So for you guys that this is probably your first time listening to us,
Welcome.
hey, welcome. But also I throw Trish a lot of random topics.
Mm-hmm.
And we're about to get into it.
Right.
Alrighty.
Okay.
So a 15-year-old girl was left in the house with no AC in Arkansas
Okay.
with her younger toddler siblings. Okay, so I'm gonna finish painting this picture.
Okay.
You guys that live outside the United States that listen to us, because yes, it's some of you guys.
Yeah.
Arkansas is extremely hot. Like year round, it's hot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, with that being said, the mom left her there and has continuously left her at the house multiple times to watch her two younger siblings. However, the mom has been known to, by the daughter's own definition, go off with many men. She had like 5 different guys in rotation that she was dating at one time.
Ooh.
She says she's tired of being left in the house like this. They had no food. She called the police, by the way, because she got so fed up. She literally called the police and told them like the situation that was going on at the home. They came out. The officer went in the fridge. First of all, he opens the fridge up. Obviously, it's hot as hell in the house.
Right.
Anyway, opens the fridge. Only thing in the fridge is milk. The only thing in the fridge is milk.
With 2 babies and a teenager in the house?
Thank you.
Oh my.
One of the kids was like closer to like the year, slightly over the year mark, like a really young toddler. The other one was like close to 2.5-ish, maybe. But irrelevant because you got 3 kids, no food in the house.
Right.
And the daughter, the only communication she's had with her dad was via like social media, TikTok or whatever. She was hitting him up through. He lives somewhere else from where she was living at the time. The police come in. Of course, you know what they do. I'm hitting CPS up because at this time that the police was there, apparently the mom pulled up to the house. And at this point, you know, the police are questioning her. First of all, she hops out of one of the boyfriend's cars or whatnot. And pretty much is like, no, trying to dispute the whole situation that's going on. Let's just say right now, the 15-year-old girl does in fact live with her dad now. I don't know what happened to the other 2 kids, but the 15-year-old is definitely
custody.
Exactly, which is sad.
Absolutely, but could be better for them.
Hopefully it's better because our system over here is not always the best placement.
I mean, my very two thoughts. The first thought, my mother used to say not every woman should be a mother. You don't sound like you wanted those children, the responsibility of those children, so stop having them, first and foremost. And secondly, I understand like maybe occasionally a 15-year-old being left in charge of siblings, especially if you're in this type of situation like a single mom where mom has to go to work. But consistently, with no food in the house, no air conditioning in this hot hotel,
she literally called them because she was hot with the no food and she was hungry.
Trust and believe that 15-year-old put up with that for a long time before she said anything for those other 2 siblings. Trust and believe that girl put up with that for a lot longer than she should have.
Oh, absolutely.
That is just shameful. Like, that woman doesn't need them kids back. She don't need them kids back.
No, but, you know, we live in the United States, and I'll say it again.
Right.
Where, you know, the deadbeat dad is the one that they always talk about. Oh, he's a deadbeat dad. We never really hear too much about the deadbeat moms because there's some of y'all out there.
Literally, that is something. You just took my mother used to say that all the time. She used to say that all the time. Sometimes the dad is a better father than the mother will ever be a mother. And she used to say that all the time.
And it's true. But the other thing is, like, clearly at this point, you the problem. You got 3 baby daddies. I'm assuming. Maybe the 2
Maybe
young
2.
ones had the same one. I don't know. But clearly you are the problem. Clearly,
If
you
you're
need help, you
leaving,
need whatever.
if
But
you're
they did
leaving,
lock the mother up for sure. They locked her up.
oh, absolutely, because that's abandonment and neglect at that point. No.
Like having these kids, and then my thing is, I'm trying to figure out what kind of, like, you couldn't have been bringing no income, man, because you know y'all ain't got no
Right.
bill. You should have been living off of government assistance. And I hate to
Probably
say this
was.
because I'm not saying like
She probably
utilize the
was.
system, but like in your situation, and even if you were, why your kids ain't got no food in the house? That's 3 kids you getting WIC for, or
I
food
was gonna say
stamps. Sorry,
for the 2 probably
2
WIC.
WIC, and then the other one you get food stamps. Like,
Well, but
well,
best
all 3
believe
you
she
get
was
food
probably
stamps.
selling
Really.
them food stamps.
But
if that's the case, she was probably selling the food stamps.
Right, to do what with though? Like, because it sounds like you on
Chasing
drugs.
around
Is
after
what
her
it sounds
men.
like. Because ain't no way.
Or pay for her men's stuff.
But my thing is this: how you eating?
Oh, she probably eating large. She probably eating good.
You got it's.
She gotta be eating. She probably eating good. That's just. She don't need them kids back. She don't need them babies
Probably,
back.
but who knows? She
And
could have
that
been into all types
15-year-old,
of stuff. Because Arkansas got a big gang life, like big street life. Like, there's a lot going on.
if
You know what I'm saying?
someone, or if this child, if that 15-year-old or someone that knows her comes across this, you need therapy. You need to go to therapy. You need to do what you need to do for you. You need to go to therapy because she is probably going to carry a hell of a lot of guilt over calling the police and getting her siblings put with CPS and not being able to keep them with her. No, that is not your burden to bear. And the unfortunate reality is, for the majority of young people who end up in that situation, they carry that for the rest of their lives. That is true. Ridiculous.
I mean, she lucky, the girl, especially because, like I say, Arkansas, depending on what part she lives in,
right,
they are huge on gang life and
right,
all types of stuff, street life, whatever. You're lucky your daughter didn't turn to the streets.
Wherever she could have.
She could have.
She could have abandoned those kids herself.
Not that, or she, like a lot of kids do, they get put in those situations. They take care of them and their siblings by going out in the streets and doing whatever they got to do.
Yeah.
And that could have been her situation. And thank God her dad took her in. I hope she's in a better situation than she was with her mom.
Yeah.
Because she literally told the police, I want to go with my dad, period. So hopefully that works out for her. But I just feel a certain type of way, because a lot of times, like, that shows you the type of family connection that the mom had with her family. Because a lot of times when family knows that there's a parent in a specific situation, they usually try to lend a helping hand or go get the kids. And I hope, like, maybe there was a grandmother, somebody that can go get the younger siblings and they don't fall victim to the system. Or, her when she's old enough and she realizes, like, dang, like, I have siblings out here, but let me try to reconnect. Or she can't find them, or God, something didn't happen to them or anything like that. And then the system is crazy. So I wish the best for them kids.
Yeah, I do too. The 15-year-old needs therapy. She needs therapy. And the mother needs to
remember it. The toddlers probably not, but they probably have some type of.
They're going to have adjustment issues and attachment issues for sure. Definitely, for sure.
Especially if they was used to the 15-year-old being home and now the 15-year-old is not there. Because at this point, you're not getting ready to tell me that they weren't at the 15-year-old's hip.
Oh, absolutely.
Like,
I'm sure they were.
Wasn't them kids' fault, but I can understand her not wanting to be a parent at 15. Basically.
Yeah, I know. My sister is 8 years older than me. I know I was attached to her and she did not have to mother me, but I know I was attached to her. I was devastated when she was old enough to be out of the house.
I feel like
and didn't want to hang out with me no more.
Like,
I was devastated.
Shoot, my brother is you got that whole, and our brother and sister are pretty much the same amount of years apart from us. I'm gonna tell you like this. Like, he started doing all types of stuff, and like, I would never snitch on my brother for real when we was kids. Like, I would just see him do certain stuff, and I knew to distance myself from him. Yeah. But, I wouldn't want nothing, wish no ill will against him when I was a kid or nothing like that. But, like, he used to get into some things, and that's all I'm going to say. All right, so next topic. Okay. Why do African-American kids feel the need to show off their school clothes? Now, this is not a dig at African American kids by any, because I was one of them kids. Showed off my whole outfit. The reason why this came up is because apparently this is a popular topic right now It
I've
was
come
trending
across
for a reason. Don't
yeah,
know why that
I've
is.
come
'Cause I feel
across
like
a
it's weird,
I've come
but
across a couple videos looking at this from a few different perspectives. But I, show them off, because if you're going to put effort into
I feel
if you
like,
put an effort into what your child is wearing to school, and your child knows they feel good, they know they look good,
but I feel
let
like
it
this
be.
has always been a thing.
Yeah,
But also like this is your child's growing and development. Every year that they take a new step, a new milestone, whether they are physically growing, because they are physically growing, mentally growing, taking a new step, or whatever, this is a fresh start to their year. You get what I'm saying? Yes,
yeah,
in the United States, the school starting, towards the latter part of the
yeah,
year, but this is a new milestone for them in their in their journey of growth through life.
yeah,
So black kids have always been, this ain't nothing
yeah.
new.
I don't know.
Bro, I used to lay my joint. What you mean?
The
My
night
whole
before,
outfit laid out the night before. You know what I'm saying? And my parents used to make me iron my clothes. Now I ain't had no creases in them, but they weren't playing. You ain't going to school no wrinkles, bro. Like, get it together.
yeah, I don't, and I feel like, honestly, I'm gonna say this because I'm kind of talking about my people when I say this. I genuinely feel like parents who are white like me, I put effort into what my child wears to school. However, not all of us do. Many of us
Excuse me.
just
She know I'm playing by my goddaughter.
yeah, no, that's
What?
a whole yeah, no, no, no. She
Don't
had
play.
mismatch day
She
last year, it drove her crazy.
sure did. I was like, yo, what is she wearing to school today? And then nobody told me it was mismatched day
I
until she
definitely
came
did.
home.
I
No,
warned
no,
you.
no. When she came home from school, no, you warned me the second time because I went off the first time. She came home from school. I
Look
was
at
like, bro, like,
she mismatched
I was
real
like,
well.
what did she have
She did it
on?
real well. I took a picture of the second mismatch day. As a matter of fact, I sent it to your parents and I told them, I said, y'all know this is driving her
Bro,
crazy.
absolutely up a wall. Do
I
you
don't think I
mean?
took a picture of the first day, but I took a picture of the second day
I was
outfit.
like, what is this? Because the school that she was in last school year compared to the one I don't know what's getting ready to happen this
We don't know.
current school
Yeah,
year.
we don't know what to
But
expect. What she doing.
last school year, bro, every daggone day they had different color shirts. They was, bro, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm glad they were involved with the kids. They were
Yeah.
really involved. They had different color days. They had school spirit day. They
Yeah.
had this going on, that going on.
Yeah, they
And
had
I
a
was
lot
like,
of
okay, let's be interactive.
yeah.
But y'all taking me to a place with this whole mismatch day that y'all got going on.
Yeah. She was so mad. Now that we've got that, she got that out the way. What I was finishing saying, because I'm gonna finish saying this. I don't feel like a majority of white parents put effort into that first day outfit. I don't think y'all like your kids will go out and like when a black child starts school, their shoes match the outfit, that their hair match, like they look, it's presentable. It is like there's a difference. Like I can see it, and not even because I've been raised with, around a lot of black families, but there's a difference, and you can see it even in the pictures that people post online. They got some of these parents send their kids out looking like it's a right. Oh, all right. They rolled out of bed and ran through the closet and put on clothes.
I mean, I get, to a certain extent, like the importance of what lessons they're trying to teach their kids.
Yeah.
I get it, but like historically, black people have been taught to have pride in the way that they look, usually. Because this current day and age, you wouldn't know with the bonnet epidemic, the do-rag epidemic, like as a whole. And I got my opinions on that. I feel like it's a time and a place. And if you're gonna wear your bonnet, I've heard like the the newer age people, that's what we're gonna call them, the Gen Zers, and some, mostly Gen Z, I'm gonna wear my bonnet because I don't want my hair to touch the plane seat. Okay, cool.
I'm not mad at that. Honestly, I'm not mad at you for that.
I'm not mad at you for that, but I'm mad at you for wearing it as an everyday, like it's a hat every day. That's what I'm mad about. Like, why are we going to work in school with a bonnet on?
Yeah.
Oh, and then you got the ignorant like, oh, that's a part of our culture. No, it's not. Not to wear it outside the house. No, it's not.
No.
That is purely meant for you not to mess your hair up while you're sleeping, or create brittle ends of your hair, split ends, stuff like that. Stop. Like, let's not make the excuses. You wearing it because you was lazy this morning. And that's the majority of it
Most
is
of the
you're
time.
wearing a bonnet because your butt was lazy this morning when you got up for school.
Yeah,
Or you got
probably.
up for work. You didn't feel like doing your hair. You didn't feel like combing it out. You don't feel like being bothered with it. Yada. It really just to me shows me how lazy you were that day.
Yeah, and it's like the flip side of that is when white women will do the messy bun as a cover up for you didn't brush your hair this morning. There's a difference. I can tell
And
if
I
you got
get
up
you
and
in a
brushed your hair and intentionally did a messy bun, because there's a difference. Then I can tell if you got out of bed, didn't brush your hair, rolled it up, and went about your day.
Oh,
You
absolutely.
can definitely tell.
Absolutely. Some of y'all need to stop.
I'm
with
so
this
mad.
stuff.
One of my sisters is so good at a messy bun. It makes me so mad because I can't get. Ooh, she's so good at it. It makes me so mad.
I don't know.
I can't get mine right.
Listen, I got natural hair, so I didn't have many of messy buns. Believe that.
Very
but
intentionally done, but yeah.
I will say this. At the end of the day, like, we grew up taking pride in it, in the way we look, leaving the house and making sure that, you know, we were presentable.
Yeah.
Heck, and this is why, you know, white people started in this country. I don't know about other countries. White people over here started to get into the moisturization of their skin.
Yeah.
Lathering, put some lotion on, some cocoa butter, some like, it's different things, you know, taking care of your skincare, like whatever, you know, and I'm happy, you know, people that, you know, are starting to take more pride in their looks. And it's not everybody, because trust and believe, the area that we are in and we're moving from now, man, me and one of my coworkers, you could tell the difference between
it's a lot of people at Walmart out here.
Certain people and other people.
It's a lot of people at Walmart.
Going to work ashy, dry. Potentially not matching.
Look.
It was just a lot, but it's a, you know, for us, we so used to it being in our community, it's like, they gonna do what they do.
Yeah.
It's the same reason, because you're talking about having, you know, white people that you saw in your day, and when we were in high school, put it that way, because it wasn't that long ago, but it was long enough.
Right, long enough.
So we had a girl that was in my grade. You know who I'm talking about.
I do.
Bro, I swear to God, she had them same sneakers 3 years in a row.
Wait a minute, you didn't even have to say nothing.
Was white.
So as soon as you started this story, I knew who you were talking about. You didn't even have to say that part. You didn't even have to say she was in my grade. I knew exactly.
Them shoes was screaming, bro.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, trust me, I almost clapped for when she got a new pair of shoes out senior year.
Yeah, but that was also like very much a circumstance that everyone kind of understood that she was put in. Like,
but because her parents by no means were poor. It's like the dude that wear his grass cutting shoes to work.
Yeah, it was very much a situation that she was put in. And you know what?
We didn't mess with her. Like,
that's what I was getting ready to say.
Mess with her. It was so like, you know, we just knew that was her situation.
The high school we went to, I was a year underneath of them. But it was my graduating class was 300 plus. It was 10 white people in that class. I never got no shit for being white. I got picked on or got shit for everything. Nobody gave a shit that I was white. Never. And I never even got a comment, but someone had tried it, and I knew, like, even the people who, because I went to high school with some of the people I went to middle school with, and some of the people who used to bully me went to the school. They changed. I didn't have no problems in high school, but even I knew then, let somebody try that, and they were getting ready to say something too. Like, that just was not a thing. That was not a thing at all.
Oh no, we'd crack on you for something else, but
yeah, never for that.
What?
But I mean, I've been made fun of for my freckles. I was made fun of because I had red hair.
Kids don't care about race unless they're taught that. And in Baltimore City, that is the least of our words is the race.
Everything else.
I care about that, bro. I'm worried about other things, like, am I get ready to get jumped when I leave school today? Yeah. Like,
and we'll make fun of or poke fun at each other for everything else, but never for that. Unless you are clearly going to be, unless you're clearly about to grow up to be one of those political group following adults who does certain things, ain't nobody gonna mess with you for nothing.
Ain't nobody
nothing related to your race. If you're clearly about to be one of them, they're gonna get with you for that. But no.
No, never that.
No one ever
But
said anything
it
to
was
her
a
about.
clear difference because we sit there like, I ain't got like you ain't got no shoes for the game.
Yeah, like it was, but
Like,
it
oh,
was
that's
never said in a make fun of her way. It was a damn, like her family can't. They not gonna like.
no, but the crazy part is her family could afford it. They
Absolutely
just
could
did
have
not.
and just didn't.
Like I just like it was just wild to me. I was
And
like,
she
yo,
was
that's
just
crazy.
she was sweet as she could be. She wasn't like rude or ignorant. She just
The
took.
crazy part is if she was like, and I'm not gonna say we wasn't like we were on speaking terms, but she wasn't like rolling around in my friend group. You know what I'm saying?
No, definitely
Like,
not.
and to look back on it this way, the maturity come in because me looking back on it now, I probably would have gave us some shoes for real.
Probably
Like,
you now, absolutely, yeah.
like I probably just been like, yo, like I understand that your people's not doing for you, but you can't keep walking around like that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, at the point, them shoes was I was like, when she got them new shoes
It
senior
was
year, I
literally
said,
like
thank
3
God,
years.
bruh. 3 years
It was
from
3 years.
freshman year to junior year. I was like, yo,
Yeah, that was just bad. There
I
was
don't
no
know.
reason for that.
Yeah, it wasn't.
But yeah,
anyway.
don't be mad. Like if y'all are mad, if you take it personally, if you're mad that there is a black child taking pride in their first day of school outfit, do better for your kids because there's no reason you need to be mad about that. I'm sorry. There's no reason.
Because people like you
It
should be
doesn't
worried about
hurt
your
you.
education. That don't mean that child not worried about their
Exactly.
education.
That
They gonna
child.
look good getting their education though.
Right. You can do both. You can absolutely do both.
Anyway, so
Uh-huh.
moving along. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark Co ROTY, and that's a question mark at the end. How do you feel about that?
Is that really in discussion?
It's always been in discussion as Rookie of the Year from certain
Has it
people.
ever happened?
Because Co ROTY,
Yeah.
it's happened before in the NBA. I don't know about the WNBA, so I'm gonna have to fact check.
So
that
y'all
one.
will notice if most of
But-
the time when we're talking about basketball, she knows much more than me. So I'll ask a lot of questions. So most of what I say is just strictly opinion based. If it happened, I'd be here for it. I think they've both put in the work, right?
Yeah.
And if it's based on nothing but that, right? If we're going to factor out the ridiculous fans, because there are absolutely ridiculous fans, if we're going to factor out all of the social pressures of the situation, why not? Why not?
So I have an opinion about this.
Okay.
The reason why this is not going to happen,
Uh-huh.
and it very well could, because they both have broken a significant amount of the WNBA records right now. Like you got Angel Reese, the only person, not just a rookie. She is the only person as of last night to have back-to-back 20 rebound games. Period. I don't care how you feel about her. You guys that keep pedal pushing that false narrative of she only get her own rebounds. I'm like, y'all see highlights of when she might get her rebound, but only 14% of her rebounds are her own rebound.
Yeah, y'all actually, like we said, y'all actually have to watch the game. Stop relying on the highlight reels.
Y'all just look at the highlights and think y'all know everything about Angel Reese. Oh, she misses all of these shots and dot. And look at her field goal percentage. Not realizing that if you actually watch how Angel Reese is shooting the ball under the basket, she gets fouled majority of the time. About 90% of the time that she's shooting under the rim, there are some open shots that she missed. I'm not going to deny it. But majority of the time when she under that rim, she's getting tore up. These refs do not care. And reason why they don't care is, like, if you start watching some of these games, you'll start realizing the refs in the WNBA are terrible. But then they also have me almost wanting to believe, but the logical part of me just is like, no, like they can't be doing that. No, they absolutely could be doing this on purpose because she's outspoken, she's this, she's that, and she's competing with the media. Because what Caitlin Clark has that Angel Reese does not have is the media, the machine of the media. You got ESPN, Fox Sports, and all these sports channels and networks pushing Caitlin Clark. I mean, if the girl take a sneeze, they pushing Caitlin Clark news. If she take, I'm there, sir. If she go to the hospital and she kiss a baby on the forehead, it's on the news.
She like a saint.
Angel Reese could be doing the same exact thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But people are just gonna look at, oh, she has games where she done scored 20 points, this, that, and the third. Okay, but Caitlin Clark field goal percentage was trash at the beginning of this year too. So at the end of the day, not trying to hear none of that. But also, she threw all these passes, and people try to blame all her turnovers on her teammates not catching the ball. Okay, if we gonna do that, Caitlin Clark's still getting turnovers.
Right.
So what are we talking about? It's not just all on her teammates.
No, it's not.
You get what I'm saying? And the main reason why it's not going to happen. Period, point blank. I don't care how many times we revisit this topic of them being Co Rookies of the Year.
Right.
The main reason why it's not going to happen is Caitlin Clark fans and the media and the way that they push Caitlin Clark. Period, point blank. If they put Angel Reese's name with her, the diehard Caitlin Clark, not the WNBA fans, not the FIBA fans, the Caitlin Clark fans, they going shit bricks.
Yeah.
Period, point blank. These white people is fitting a tear up because most of her fans are like super fans,
especially the eccentric fans,
super fans. Yeah, not the black men, the Uncle Toms and media that keep getting paid to talk about her all day long. You get what I'm saying? Like not them, not the Stephen A. Smiths, not the Emmanuel Achos, not none of them. At the end of the day, it's not going to happen. Angel Reese, I don't care if the Chicago Sky make a turnaround right now and her impact is through the roof. And some kind of way they end up coming out in the playoffs and they come out with a higher seed than Caitlin Clark. She's not winning Rookie of the Year. Period. They dislike her that much.
Unfortunately.
They dislike her that much.
Unfortunately,
and to be honest,
I do think that's exactly.
They literally wanted, and I'm not talking about the black. Do you got some black dudes? Nah, she this, she that, da 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 da. Okay, I get it. She's a great rookie. So is Angel Reese. Sorry about it. Don't care how much y'all hate her. Y'all is the most hating people on this planet. Well, she only do this. Keep pushing that same false narrative if she only get her own rebounds. I just flat out told you it's only 14% of her missed shots is her own rebound. So y'all sound stupid.
I was gonna say those are the people who will not listen to or watch facts. They don't care what the facts actually are. They don't care.
Nope. Then they try to discredit the double-double. Oh, she's making it inaccurate. She's stat padded. Okay. There was a point where Caitlin Clark stat padded this season too. And if you actually watch the stat pads for y'all who wonder, oh, they threw her the ball at the last moment. It was the crowd that got people into it. She only did that for the arena. She didn't do that for herself. Are y'all crazy?
Yeah, like
and one of the games we was at during the Liberty game, the Liberty fans were even like, yo, give her the ball.
Yeah.
Let her go ahead and cook.
Right.
The only team that did not want it, whatever team that was, I'm gonna have to look it up later. I can't even remember. They literally 4 players on her to keep her from getting her double-double. At the end of like consecutive, her last double-double. She stopped at 15, she could have had 16.
Yeah, the eccentric fans are a problem. And it's a rampant problem. And unfortunately, I do agree with you that they're more than likely not going to award that to Angel.
They're not. We already know this because
those eccentric fans, whether we like it or not, and it's a hard reality we got to face, they are still watching and paying to go to these games, whether they know what they're watching, whether they care about it at all. Even if they're going just to see her, they are still producing money. And you're right. They're probably not going to do
that. The only thing that will help Angel overshoot this is if, for some odd reason, Angel Reese's team has like a super turnaround right now.
Yeah.
They lost Marina Mabry, which part of the reason, some of it I'm like, okay, she really wanted to go so she can be a championship contender. Sorry about it. Yes, that team she's on is probably going to be a contender, but there's 3 or 4 teams better than them right now. Sorry about it. I don't care where they rank that right this second. And that's just the truth. However, with that being said, if they end up pulling it through, because right now with Angel Reese does not have a team. So her impact would be 10 times greater than Caitlin's if she came out and if they make it to the playoffs before the end of this and they actually get a couple wins up under their belt and Caitlin and them get knocked out, Angel Reese is absolutely going to be back in that conversation. Period. Right now, Caitlin got the upper hand because a lot of people like, yeah, well, Caitlin's team was I'm like, but Angel Reese's team was projected to be 12th, which is the last in the W. Caitlin's was not. They had weapons, they just didn't have the chemistry yet. And the coaching core was kind of like their coach was doing some questionable things, whatever, for the Fever. Their team was always meant to be decent. Period. You got 2 back-to-back rookie, like number 1 rookie draft picks on your team. You got Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark. You got the chick that just shot 20. I don't know how many threes she hit the other night, but anywho, it is irrelevant.
Right.
You got Kelsey Mitchell. Like, y'all trying to make it like Caitlin don't had a better. She already had a better team. Period. Point blank.
Yeah.
Angel Reese not fitting to drop 30 points a night. Why? She shouldn't have had. She shouldn't, as a big, have to drop 30 points in a night. Her team will have no guards. Period. Kennedy Carter is a beast when Kennedy Carter want to show up, and she not getting in trouble with fouls and behavioral stuff.
Yeah, it seems like once she gets frustrated, that's
when she gets frustrated, her game slips.
Yeah.
The only people on that team right now is Kennedy Carter, Camila Cardoso, and Angel. That's like somewhat consistent.
That are that are going to show up.
Lindsay Allen will show up for you every other game. Does she already improved it? She done had the best 2 games that she done had all year in the last 4 games they had. Like, she gonna show up when she feel like it.
They're definitely still establishing that team. Like, they're definitely, and that's something that like even the announcers will like say throughout the game. They don't have the setup yet. Like, they have not achieved.
And to be honest, they almost beat Connecticut this last game, and they should have. It was poor coaching. It ain't had nothing to do with nothing else. They fought to get back in that game and stay in that game, and they really did down to the wire. And
it to be really honest, came down to the last. Like,
when
4
Angel
seconds.
get more confident in herself, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
she's not as confident in herself as she was, her first couple of years in college or so.
Mm-hmm.
It shows, but it is what it is. But once she gets that confidence, it's all right.
Yeah, that's it.
And then if she gets angry, I feel like Camilla, she did in that third quarter, it was all right. It was no stopping her. Chicago is their own worst enemies. They stop going to stuff that works down the stretch, and that's what kills them.
Once they get that team established, Camilla and Angel are about to go off, because the 2 of them, you can tell they're not, because she had to point this out to me. They can't focus on what they are supposed to do. They have to play a bunch of different roles. Like, they cannot just focus on one. So how can you be the best player when you can't play your role? And
they can't.
You have to make up slack. Like, I get it. It's a team. You have to do that. But if there's no one that you can count on to play their position, how can you be the best? Like, how can you play your best when you cannot focus?
Bro, Angel playing point forward is wild to me, because she had to. And when she does it and takes over the game, they usually start coming a certain way, because she usually has momentum swings for them.
Mm-hmm.
She charges them up. If she is not in the game, that team ain't in the game all the way.
Yeah, you can kind of tell too. Like, even when you're watching it, you can tell. Let alone when you're there in person, you can definitely see the difference.
Absolutely. But like I said, I wish both of the rookies best of luck.
Yeah.
But it's definitely going to Caitlin, whether or not Caitlin could have played mid this year, and she probably still would have got it. The other debate that I'm not here for is the MVP, throwing Caitlin Clark's name to MVP. Oh, she's contested for the MVP because, look, she done broke this, and this. It's fine when Caitlin Clark break records. It's fine when Caitlin Clark scored 20 points, as if other rookies specifically Angel Reese. But anyway, we're going to say that. But there's at least 7 or 8 good players in front of Caitlin Clark that are vets for MVP right now. And Caitlin Clark's name is not... Matter of fact, I'll give you a top probably 4 right now.
You probably
maybe 5, bro. Like, y'all crazy.
Yeah,
right up the dome piece. You crazy if you don't think A'ja Wilson is outperforming her. A'ja Wilson having the best year. People are like, yeah, but she's on the super team. She has time to do. I was like, okay, so Caitlin Clark don't have weapons either. Shut up.
Does the All-Star game factor into that?
No.
Oh, all right.
All right. So you got A'ja Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go Nafisa Collier second. Because if y'all don't know who she is, she was cooking. She been cooking in the kitchen. Go watch the Lynx play. Y'all are tripping. You got Nafisa. You got other prior MVP, Breonna Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
And on certain days, you might even get like an INS school. Like, sometimes, like, it's like, bro, like, at the end of the day, y'all gotta stop with some of this hate. Like, it's crazy. I get us wanting to ride the coattails of Caitlin Clark because she brought this, and this to the league. I got that. But stop trying to act like she is the best player in the whole damn W. She is
Or the
not.
only player.
Now she'll get there a day. She just ain't there this day.
Yeah. I'm sure she will one day. Absolutely. I think at some point, her and Angel both will win the MVP at some point in some season. But
I think Angel gonna be all defensive team. For real. I ain't even gonna BS you. She's played a lot of the top players in the league at her position and has held a lot of them under way, like their scoring, rebounding, all that stuff. Like held them to a certain point. I'll give her that.
mm-hmm.
Like dead ass. Like go ahead, Angel, go off. Do you? Her defense is there. The offense is going to come.
Mm-hmm.
Her, if Angel start really slowing down and taking her time, it's almost like she get nervous around the rim, like dead ass.
Yeah, you can kind of see that.
It's like, and I think she put a lot of pressure on herself to be great.
Yeah.
That pressure starts getting to her. And at points it's gotten to Caitlin too, because I seen Caitlin throw up some bricks in the game.
Yeah.
So it's
like overall, y'all, the super fans on both sides, but particularly Caitlin Clark's side, y'all put so much external pressure on those girls for no damn reason. Like they are competitors. They play sports. The rest of that shit that y'all be talking, stop. Like they can't even focus on their game because y'all are constantly dragging them into battles they didn't ask to be part of.
No, but people are consistently pissed off with Angel because a lot of times when people get in a spats with Caitlin, or it seems like Caitlin is being targeted or whatever it is, like prime example the other day, Caitlin Clark kind of like it looked like in a clip when I saw it back, she taunted the bench. I believe it was the Storm, Seattle Storm. And at this point now, mind you, like I can understand where some fans are coming at, like, you know, where they at, because it was towards the end of the game, or it was the end of the game or whatnot. And Skylar Diggins was walking off the court and she kind of like sped up while Caitlin Clark was out and kind of like bumped into her a little bit. But it's because y'all don't realize Caitlin Clark do and say a lot of stuff on that court that these are grown women.
Yeah, she does.
And I know people like, yo, it's a part of the game. You can talk as much trash as you want. My thing is you gotta be able to back it up because y'all don't know what she out there saying. She taunts a lot. She does a lot of stuff.
There's a line
she yells in people's face when I seen her get a block the other day and come down and yell in somebody's face. Everybody is not on that type of time.
Yeah,
they just not like I get for some people that's part of the game. And the crazy part is when it's Caitlin and Caitlin come down and flex, it's cool. When it's Angel and Angel got a block, she come down and flex. It's the end of the world. I seen the dude literally have a post. And matter of fact, y'all, I'm not gonna tell y'all go watch them, but Black and White Sports, like y'all some whole clowns. And the reason why they are clowns, they only give the Caitlin Clark point of view every time they do sports, anything when it comes down to the W. Pretty point blank.
Yeah.
Y'all Caitlin Clark fans, that's cool. Black and White Sports, you do what you do, my guy. Do what you do. I'm not even getting ready to come at you. I just feel like you goofy. But at the end of the day, he, you know, sometimes he got some valid points, whatever. But for Black and White Sports, I just feel like y'all whole joint is like, you just might as well just rename your shit to Caitlin Clark's
stands
flunkies or something like whatever.
Yeah.
And it's cool. Like you can like Caitlin Clark without putting everybody else down around her.
Yeah, we've said that. We've said that so many times. It doesn't have to be one or the other.
It's like, oh, don't put Angel's name in the same conversation as our savior. Like, because she, like, bro, like, stop.
Their names should be in the same conversation. They are both doing a great
My thing is, they both got as much exposure as the other one. Because people like to claim they knew who Caitlin Clark was before Angel Reese did that. Okay, no, y'all knew of her because she was taunting and she had that game in the playoffs before, you know, with South Carolina and against Haley Van Lift's team and all that other stuff. I get that. Like she's picking up traction, but it wasn't nearly as much as that damn game when oh my God, that championship game, bro. No, y'all are not getting ready to tell me that. No.
Yeah, no. That one moment exposed people who were fans of the other to the other player. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you.
But people still so hooked on what she did in college. Oh, she broke the record. And she da. I'm like, bro.
Okay, that's fantastic.
She broke the NCAA college record. She didn't break the all-time collegiate record.
Hey, sorry.
And I get it. That's a huge accomplishment. Congrats to her.
Right.
But the thing of the matter is, the reason why Caitlin Clark fans are so egregious in the manner that they are, and I'm gonna just put this out there, and I don't care who can fight. Y'all can fight me in the comments about this because it's true. The egregious ones, uh,
the eccentrics. Catch what you're saying.
y'all want to attack
The eccentrics,
everybody that does not view her as the top savior of the league,
savior of basketball, of women's basketball.
The league. And I'm not saying she didn't bring in this, she didn't do this, she didn't bring the attention,
brought in
blah,
viewers,
blah, blah, blah.
But so did Angel Reese.
But I also don't think she's the best player in the damn W right now either.
No.
I think she broke a lot of records. I think so did Angel. But at the end of the day, people are gonna go, well, Angels doesn't count because this, that, and the third. They always gonna find an excuse and then don't have
to try to discount
to discredit her from doing whatever. I don't care how many assists Caitlin Clark got. She got just as many turnovers, but they gonna blame it. They blame it on everything. It's the coach. It's the team. They not catching the ball when they do catch the ball. I seen ain't like Caitlin throw stuff like out of reach of her teammates before.
Yeah,
I've seen Caitlin come down the court and get stripped.
Yeah,
that's a turnover. So what? At the end of the day, they are rookies. They are playing rookie basketball. They are learning on the go.
That's so what? Literally the definition of rookie. Like, it's literally what happens.
The reason why I can't all the way back Caitlin, because Caitlin knows what Caitlin is doing. She is playing the game, so I can't really get mad at her, but at the same respect, I can. And the reason why I'm going to be mad with her, and this is the only reason, her fans, her boyfriend, and her brother, the racist ones, the ones that talk ish, about and out there liking tweets about racist comments about a lot of these W players, not even specifically ones that are always after, like, supposedly supposed to be in a rival battle with Caitlin every night or going at Caitlin or guarding Caitlin. Y'all out there liking racist stuff, saying racist stuff, like, and Caitlin ain't said nothing to no one.
Yeah, that's something.
This your boyfriend and your brother out here.
Yeah, that's something that I've said before. And I think it was there was a moment where something was said. I can't remember the exact interview, but I know it was Cameron Brink. And I remember somebody said something to her, and she took the moment that she was acknowledged after a victory for her team, right? She took that moment and she spoke about her team. And Angel does the same thing. They take the moment that is about them. They acknowledge the appreciation or the comment, right? Mm-hmm. But then instantly they start talking about their team, about how supportive their team is, about how great their team is, the other players, the vets who've been on their team. And I remember Cameron made a comment where she specifically said something about the Black women on her team who were not treated the same way. That is what's missing. I feel like you reach a certain, and I'm just going to say this, I'm going to say it because I am the white part of Black and White Reacts. Y'all have a responsibility, if you reach a certain point of notoriety, to do something positive with your notoriety. I'm sorry, you have an obligation to it, because you can't sit in a space where you're not the only one. You can't sit in a space where you're being praised and acknowledged for the same amount of work that someone else is doing and not acknowledge the others who are putting in that same work. You can't keep doing that. At some point, you have to shift that. You have to do something to try to move the narrative.
She started eventually acknowledging her teammates,
but it took so damn long.
It did, because like in the beginning, it was kind of like I felt like I'm being attacked.
And it was done in like an obligation type of way.
She almost played the victim in the beginning, almost.
Right, not in a like like it was not. It did not seem or feel genuine. Like, it was not. You didn't do that because you wanted to. Someone told you had to.
No, but the women are gonna keep treating her like that, because she does not stand up for the rest of the women in the W.
I agree.
Because you are in the W, a complete league. And I'm not saying she has to have the utmost respect, but you should be respecting them enough to be like, wait, like, let me change my mindset on how I'm handling.
Right, like the way you're talking about me and the way you're talking about these other women is not the same. And the only difference is you can't sit comfortably in that. And if you do sit comfortably in that, that's a problem. That, my opinion, that's a problem. How can you be comfortable in that? When you're playing with people,
it's like the dude tried to call all Angel Reese supporters retarded the other day. I was like, yo, so we using the word retarded because somebody can actually see the value in a player like Angel Reese. Because she ain't got a showboat. She ain't got to be out here shooting logo threes from 70 feet. Like, she's not the only player in the W that shoots logo threes either. Sorry about it.
No.
She's not. But at the end of the day, it just is what it is.
Right.
I get her fandom, I get this, I get that. But at the end of the day, it shows you what type of person she really is by what she doesn't say. And I'm gonna let that go. We're gonna move on.
Yep.
Anywho.
That was the perfect end statement for that. That was perfect. Right.
So Gus Walz. When has it become okay for us to publicly make fun of someone with a disability? And Gus Walz is the son of the current Democratic VP candidate.
Okay, in that type of way, because I instantly thought something different, but that is not acceptable. That's not okay. If someone, like people who put those videos like on TikTok where they'll say, it's like someone in a wheelchair says, "Tell me one thing you can't stand," and then they point to themselves. If you're poking fun at yourself, right? I feel like it's okay for someone to laugh with you, but that young man was not doing anything to deserve that reaction that he got. Nothing. He was.
No, I feel like he was people that are people with toxic masculinity. Ridiculous. 17-year-old with a couple of different disabilities. You can go look up his list of whatever he got going on with him. And regardless, even if he didn't have them, he's a 17-year-old male that was just proud of his dad. Right. What the heck is wrong with that?
Right. That like you said, that's a wrap. That's a combo of toxic masculinity and a hate, and it happens to be.
What is wrong with y'all people? I could tell who actually had dads in their lives, and I could tell the ones who dads pushed them to be over. You got to be overly masculine because
me man,
bro. He was just happy that his dad was running. He was proud.
He was proud of his dad.
Bro, he got a little emotional on stage. So what?
Right.
So what?
So what?
Y'all sitting out here looking at him like he's weak. No, he just had a proud moment. Leave him the heck alone.
Did you see his response to one of the? So there was I think she's a political. I don't know who she is. She's a blonde white woman, basically. She retweeted this photo of them. Of them making fun of his son, and he replied and said, "Tell me why you've been engaged but never married," because apparently she's been engaged multiple times. So he fired back, "Tell me why you've been engaged multiple times but never married."
But see, that's the problem. People think because these people in the public eye, you can just fire off and say whatever you want to say. But my thing is making fun of technically speaking, a 17-year-old in the United States is still a child.
Yeah.
They are not legal.
No. Not
at the end of the day.
And even then, like I know we say 18 is legal adult. You're still not an adult. You still do not have an adult developed mind.
But they're not grown, they're adults. But at the end of the day, I'll put it to you this way. That whole thing with Gus Walz, y'all people gotta just leave it alone. Y'all to take anything, spin it, attack it. Like, there's just so much going on in politics right now. Like, you know, I don't know. I'm trying to stay away from the political battle because
because I don't even feel like that particular people talking about that young man is a political thing. That's just y'all just terrible.
No, but we got one side saying that the other side not Christian enough, and y'all can imagine what side that is. But we gonna let that go.
Right, we gonna let that go. Leave that.
I'm like, really? Because you've seen the stuff that the other one been doing.
Leave that young man alone. Because I'm not gonna say kid. Leave that young man alone.
Leave him alone. He had his great moment. Okay?
When your father becomes the vice presidential nominee, you go ahead and see how you react, and then let's make fun of you for that. Okay.
Leave that boy alone. Anywho, we moving along.
Okay.
Why are we willing to put sew-ins in children's hair? Specifically, prepubescent ones. And I'm gonna go ahead and explain where this came from.
Okay.
Because
why are y'all willing to do that?
So there's a hairstylist that I follow, and she pretty much has a decent following on TikTok or whatever.
Okay.
And she just does adults hair usually, but a lot of her clients that have been coming to her for years, she's been doing hair for like 17 years, I think she said. The ones that are, some of the clients that she's had since the beginning, she'll usually bite the bullet and do children's hair because she stopped doing children's hair like a while ago. She doesn't feel the need to do it.
Okay.
Because she doesn't have to. She's at that point in her career.
Where she can choose what she wants to do. Yeah. All right.
exactly. So apparently one of the clients put their daughter in or granddaughter, whomever, and the little girl, she was like, I was doing her hair. She said, tell me why all this area right here in her head is thinned out. All of this. Like, because she could tell she was getting sew-ins. And I'm like, why are we? And she made it very clear. This little girl wasn't even 7 or 8 years old, 9 years old. She was about 5 or 6.
Y'all.
Like, y'all got, you already about to mess that baby's hair up because you try to put a sew-in. This is not an adult child.
A child does not need a sew-in. Like, teenagers to a point don't even. I get for like certain events, maybe prom or graduation or whatever, but it should not be a regular part of any young person's hair routine to have sew-ins.
I don't know. I feel a specific type of way about people that get sew-ins anyways. For long periods of time.
Yeah, that's damaging for a long period of time.
That's something that I feel like a lot of y'all need to go to therapy and counseling for. But that's just is what it is, and that's my own personal opinion about it. Like, you getting a sew-in, covering up your own hair. I've even heard, and people don't realize how they sound when they say certain stuff. Like, and you ain't gotta give your opinion on this because whatever, because it's more my community. Because I'm not saying that white people get sew-ins to you or whatever. But what I will say is this: for you as a grown adult person to be talking about this hair as if the hair on your head is the worst hair in the world. Oh my God, look at this. This is wet and wavy. It's so pretty. Look at how I look. Da, 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 da. I could put this on and da, 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 da. Now, I get people wanting to, like, cover, have protective hairstyles and this, that, and the third. There becomes a point when the sewing not even a protective style anymore. But there's deep, I've heard people speak about it and not realize that they are attacking themselves when they start speaking about like this hair and the way it looks in comparison to how their hair looks, or the upkeeping, them upkeeping their hair and this, that, and the third. No, a lot of y'all just don't want to take care of y'all hair, or y'all don't like the texture of your hair, or you don't like the way it looks, or you don't feel like dealing with it. I get it. I'm not gonna judge you for doing it. I just think that I've heard specific people. It's not all of y'all that wear sew-ins. It is a specific group that I'm talking about who literally compare their hair to whatever hair that they're buying. And I'm like, you wonder why your hair doesn't grow. You wonder why your hair is not in the right. You don't even like it. It's almost like a deeper rooted issue. Like you don't like yourself versus, because I've gotten into conversations with certain people. I'm not even getting ready to get all the way into it because we'll be here for another hour.
Right.
But like it is one of those like self-love issues, and you need to get it together.
Yeah, I'm not going to share an opinion. But I will say for what part white women have played in contributing to that self feeling that you're talking about, I'm sorry for that, because that's all I'm going to say, because it is not, like you said, it's not that I don't have an opinion. It's not mine to express to the public, certainly, because she and I can talk about it all we want, but I'm sorry for the part that has been played in that, because that is absolutely not how you should be feeling. But I cannot change that. I cannot change that for you. I can just be part of the community of white women who appreciate, not appropriate, and go out of our way to try to show appreciation and build y'all up when we see you. That's all I can do, really.
All right, next topic. Been discovering Midol. How do you feel?
What does it do for them?
So apparently, well, if you look at the actual
see, I can't. Well, let me say this: I can't take it because it makes me emotional and goofy. I can't take it. I took it once. If you look
at the actual ingredients in it, it has the same effects of like a Tylenol or
I took it once when I was young, and my mother told me, she said, "You are never allowed to take that again." She said, "You are banned permanently," and I never tried again. But
so apparently it helps them alleviate their headache. So there's a guy that kind of like went
viral. Well, there's a caffeine aspect to it. I'm not surprised
because he was like, women just hiding all the stuff. Like, I don't get it. Like, how in the heck are y'all hiding Midol? He said I had a headache all this time and I couldn't get no Tylenol or Advil or anything. He said, and my girl had some Midol, so I took her Midol. He was like, I swear to gosh, my headache was gone. I said, bro, it's meant for that time of the month. Why would you assume
Yeah,
that it doesn't have like a pain relief
that's true.
quality to it? Like,
That's true.
whatever. But he also, in the same breath, was kind of mad about like the degree spray on deodorant. He was like, "Yo, where did y'all get this from?" And it was one of the female. He's like, "Cause I could put it in all my crevices and everything if I get the sweating, yada yada." I thought it was hilarious. I was like, "Bro, really?"
I can't get with the spray on deodorants.
I can't either. I was like, most women don't even wear that, but like, go ahead.
Hey, if it works for you, I'm all here for it. Hey, but I can't.
I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you, sir.
Yeah, me too. I'm glad you found something to help you. As a regular headache and migraine sufferer, I get it.
Look, I wouldn't say take that periodically.
Yeah, I don't think you should be making a habit out of it.
But hey, I'm glad you found some relief.
We didn't mean to keep that from you. We really just never thought about,
which is crazy because Midol doesn't even work for most women. Like I could never take that.
It makes me goofy. Like I got super emotional. I was crying.
Like I taking it, the stuff was like candy. I'm like, bro, like this.
Yeah, don't do much for me. When I have needed it, don't do much for me. We just gotta suffer through it.
Not you supposed to have some relief from your symptoms and got more.
Look, more I told symptoms. You, my mother banned me. She said you are never going to give you this.
Yeah, I tried taking it mess in high school, bro, and then I tried it a couple years later when I was in college, and they just still no. They claim like they keep making different types of
okay.
Different types.
What's it going to be like? All the million types of Excedrin that there are out now.
Anywho, y'all, like, comment,
share,
subscribe, hit that notification bell if you're on YouTube.
Yep.
Keep in mind, if you're on Spotify or Amazon Music, please follow us. We appreciate it.
Yep.
Especially if you stayed to this long in the video. Or
this was a long one, but you know what? Hope at least one person got something out of it.
I don't know. I guess I'll use a little bit like.
This is our longest one to date. For sure, this is going to be our longest one to date.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Peace.